Let's get started, yeah? So, last time, Mark, you couldn't make it, so Ron and Frank and I, we kind of came up with a little bit more for the world. I'll kind of go over what we did.
Excellent.
Because it didn't record, because my roommate decided to unplug the router and then set it to factory norms at that exact moment. It was magical. All right, so we came up with a lot of really cool, like, kind of story hooks that might come up.
Cool.
Like that the moon is kind of the alcohol and drug center of the solar system, and it's got various cartels that each kind of run their own type of narcotic or such. And that Venus, whatever happened to the people and the robots when Hellion arrived, it happened to the terraforming process in Venus, and Venus is alive. But it doesn't really notice people because it's far too big. However, its immune system notices people, and so if you become too much of a nuisance, you basically get attacked by Venus's equivalent of white blood cells. And let's see. Oh, Sirius won Paul in a high-stakes game that he cheated at. So there are bounty hunters after Sirius. I think we were all kind of expecting that.
I think it's greatly exaggerated. No. I'm perfectly safe. I'm
bounty hunters are just friends you haven't met yet, right?
They are an opportunity in disguise. Focus on disguise.
All right, and we threw down a couple other things. Like there's a robot shipyards in orbit around Saturn where something went horribly wrong. And that's pretty much all we got. We got a bunch of ideas, and they're all kind of horrible. Like, not horrible in that they're bad ideas, but horrible in the sense of if you go there, it's not going to be good.
Got it.
Mars is very kind of militaristic and fascist almost. So they're very anti-fun. And so, but they can't do law enforcement throughout everywhere. So they do something kind of like you ever watch Cowboy Bebop?
No, but I'm familiar with it.
Yeah, so basically it's kind of like that, where it's the law, because space is so big, the law can't get everywhere, so they'll just put bounties on guys who are breaking the law, and if you bring them in and you have a proper bounty hunter's license, you get paid. And big displays of emotion among Martians are frowned upon. They're very, kind of, like as a society, they're kind of introverted.
Gotcha.
Looking for anything else. Oh, we came up with a face for the Hellions, for the bad guy Hellions. His name is General Arashk, and he's the lead general of the Hellion Death Fleet.
Somebody has to be.
Well, we needed a death fleet, honestly. Let's be fair. That was necessary. And there was a research colony on Mercury, and things got weird when Hellion arrived. So we basically added more hooks, is all we did last week.
Cool.
So, all right. So where should we start? You guys want to do your average day aboard the ship, or do you want to just start off landing on Luna? I can go either way. I'm like, if you want to do some character moments and have a.
Well, in my experience in space, there is no such thing as an average day on board of the ship. So, well, we could already be an approach to Luna. So let's see what they have in charge for us there.
Right. So Luna's actually pretty easy to land on. They like people who visit. It's harder to leave because there's a Martian garrison in orbit. So, you got to be inspected before you leave, so that you're not carrying out anything too bad.
Of course.
So you land. They're
Um,
you got the technicians running around the big doors on the side dome where everybody lands. They close up, and the air gets pumped back in again, so you guys can get out and walk around. And there is a fella waiting for you at the bottom of the ramp.
guys, nice landing. Could someone fill me in? Why are we on Luna? What's our job here? I must have passed out already last time. December, you told something about, I don't know, your sister?
Yeah. She's gone missing, right? Jake.
Oh yes,
That was
yes.
what it was.
She's gone missing with a bunch of data.
Yeah. I'm more concerned about the data of the missing sister.
Yeah,
You don't
actually,
know what's on the data tapes, but it's definitely Mars wants it back.
Yeah.
I want my data back too. She definitely has my whole Tom Waits collection. So
You got, like,
well,
stuff, right?
when will I get it back? Yeah.
So yeah,
So
we need.
now we know.
At the bottom of the ramp, when you guys land, is the comptroller of this area and a security force waiting basically for the docking fee.
It's your ship.
Well,
I guess it would be Ron's ship, really, but
yeah, somebody handle those guys. I have a headache.
So I would go ahead and do that because that would be my thing because I'm responsible.
all right. Are you going to haggle, or are you just going to give what you give?
I am going to give what he asks.
All right. The comptroller is named Janus, and he's kind of a Weasley dude. Actually, Ron, let's go ahead and say you know him from previous visit. You've been around. You're a spaceship. So,
right.
Let's say I don't know. Let's come up with an interesting story. Maybe he impounded you at one point when one of your former owners wouldn't pay. Does that work?
Okay.
Well, it doesn't have to be anything that comes up now. It's just something that might be useful.
Sure, why not?
All right, and then he eyes all of the shady characters coming off the ship, and he's like, "Y'all better be nothing you do better come back on me, else and I'll have to charge you even more."
Well, discretion is my middle name, so you don't have to worry about anything from me.
December Discretion. What's your last name?
Don't worry about it. It starts with a D, though. That's for sure. All D-based names.
Last name is
Yeah, I'm actually quite the opposite of trouble at all. So you better not charge anything more than it's due because there might be some serious payback then. My name's Sirius, Captain Sirius for you.
Sure.
Or short Captain.
No, it really is. I mean,
It really is.
it's spelled.
Yeah.
It's serious.
You can spell. I mean, you're on the moon. You might not be able to. So I might spell it for you, but it's serious.
I see. Well, as I said, as long as nothing comes back on me, you guys are always welcome.
Ah, that's the word, yeah.
I nod and well, and even if anything did come back on you, not that I'm saying that anything would, you would be glad to take our money anyway. So in the end, why do you really care?
I have a reputation. I have a reputation to uphold, sir.
Reputation. Right.
Reputation is quite valuable. Yes, I know. So, you haven't seen some kind of tall, slim, blonde girl from Mars recently out here?
Oh, well, that sounds like some kind of investigation type role, doesn't it?
Investigation? What? Okay. You mean not investigation because Atomic Robo doesn't have investigation?
Well, no, so, some kind of role for investigating. What are you doing to investigate?
Well, I simply ask him. He might have seen her. So, and I'm asking nice, so I'm doing it, I think, with rapport.
That sounds
Because
about right. Yeah.
this is my nice and good side. So I'm
Don't want to see
simply,
you angry.
yeah, I'm asking nicely. Let's see. Well, this is great.
All
He got
right.
me on a good day.
Well, and he wants money for it because that's what he wants, and he's a little weaselly, so he's going to try and weasel around it. Let's see here. And you beat him by 2. So he does recall. Actually, he doesn't recall up until he looks over at December, and then he's like, you know, something reminds me of something else.
Yeah.
And
While he's wearing the women's clothes, he looks quite similar to her, but there's no relationship at all, I think.
None whatsoever.
and this is why I like Frank's characters, because even when they don't have to lie, they lie.
We're definitely not twins. That's
How could they even be related? They don't even look alike. They're not even human. What?
Yeah. So, well, what did you say? Where did you see her last time?
Well, she came through here, oh, gotta say, what, a week ago? Week and a half, maybe? Anywho, I don't recall rightly when it was, but I seem to recall she asked about, well, what was the name of that bar? And he names off a bar that
I'll be right back. I gotta step away for just a second.
let's come up with a name. Something appropriately moonish. Okay, here we go. The Moonshine Bar and Casino. There we go.
Oh yeah.
Mind you, I got to remember the moonshine now. Otherwise, I'll try to use it again because it's such a good pun. So.
You could always go for cheese.
Oh yeah, there's definitely going to be a green cheese.
Yeah.
Green cheese. Oh, there we go. Green cheese cafe. I'm putting that in there. I don't know where it's going to be yet.
So, well, it has a casino. That's quite good because I really need a lot of money. Yeah. And I wasn't well on my luck at Dead Rock, so maybe I will get a streak here.
Maybe. And if you don't, interesting things happen. So really, it's a win-win for me. So.
Oh. Let's see. Okay, so well, we have our lead. Do they want to search our ship now that we simply have landed here?
No, they don't search the ship here. That's when you leave.
Ah, okay. Ah, that's good. Yeah.
Okay. It's a bit like smuggling guns into Beirut. What's the point? Everything's
Yeah,
legal. There's really nothing.
regarding guns, do they open carry here?
Yeah, open carry is definitely preferable. You don't want to hide your guns, otherwise
Oh,
people
yeah.
are weak.
No, I want to show them to everyone. Yeah.
So, what kind of guns you got? You got big old guns or?
Oh no, some handguns. Let's say some a little bit old-fashioned Earth-type models, and two of them, of course, in hip holsters.
We could go with some kind of retro thing, like a few years back there was this big move in gun technology where everybody wanted retro guns from Earth's olden days, so they all look like old 1911s and stuff, even though they're actually modern guns that shoot like crazy.
Oh yes.
All right. So you heard that she was heading to the Moonshine Bar and Casino.
So let's have some fun before we look for her.
Well, she might be in this slot machine. You don't know. You got to check.
Yeah. Okay. If I come up as a loser, I will find her. Yes. Because
perhaps she's under the poker table. Who knows?
She definitely is not a jackpot. Oh no. Quite the opposite.
You enjoyed it for a while. I don't...
Yeah, enjoyment. Well, that goes a long way with her. Yes, I know. You have to know better than I have.
Nah, you know her better than I do.
But at least you have a sense of humor.
I mean, comparatively.
Yeah.
All right. Ron, you got any thoughts?
I have no sense of humor that I am aware of.
We here at the FBI have no sense of humor that we are aware of.
Yeah.
All right.
And that is why I like you so much, because any good old Earther joke I tell, you always react the same. This is truly amazing. All others are disappointed, but not you.
All right. So are you going to go gamble then? And,
oh yes.
So that's what Sirius is doing. What is Paul and December doing?
I am going. Go ahead, Paul.
Okay, so we're actually trying to find.
Trying to find
August.
Because she has documents.
That's what we're actually trying to do.
Yep.
I just want to make that clear.
Well, that's what two of you are trying to do.
Some of us.
The other one is there for different reasons entirely.
And to be fair, I'm more concerned about the documents than I am my sister.
Well,
I'm perfectly concentrated on the job.
As far as I'm concerned, you're trying to get the documents, that's fine. But to get the documents, we need to get to her. We need to find her. And she's supposed to be in the casino.
Well, she was heading there a week ago.
She was heading there a week ago.
That's what you got.
Yeah.
Okay.
And actually, as far as I know her, she will try to blend in with the crowd. So she might have started a little bit gambling, and I could always ask some guys there if they saw her and so on. So it's perfectly in line for our line of work to find out where she was, to start some gambling now.
Right.
So
well, okay. So what I'm going to do is I am going to talk to my people that know people connected to the casino.
Okay, cool. So are you you want to run maybe a challenge?
If that's the way you want to handle it.
It seems good. I like utilizing the subsystems if we can. Or we could actually we could try a brainstorm.
Ooh.
I've not tried one yet.
Yeah.
And they're fascinating. So we can We could do that if you'd like.
Um,
Well, and that could actually cover what all three of you are doing simultaneously. Like, Sirius could be trying to get the information through gambling and making contacts and things. You could be trying to get it through your electronic contacts. It's a thought. We don't have to do it if you don't want to.
Sounds great to me.
It's just I've never run one, so this one might be a little slow, and I apologize.
no, that's fine. We could, we could help you learn. And this is going to be different. It's kind of it's a cool thing, and not just limited to using for science-based stuff, right? I mean, you could.
Yeah, you can use it for a lot of stuff. Basically, the goal, if I understand it correctly, is to get a hypothesis, right? A theory about what happened.
Right.
And so,
Okay.
I imagine Ron wants in. Anybody else want in?
Yes.
Because
Yes, of course. Yes.
all right,
Oh,
so in the brainstorm. Let's go through. Sorry, I'm just rereading the rules as we go because, like I said, I haven't actually done this before. So
Yeah, we have 3 rounds to state some facts, and then the hypothesis has to cover all those 3 facts and give actually, the result of the brainstorm.
well, first, everybody who wants to be involved in the brainstorm needs to come up with a reason why you're involved. I think we've already kind of covered that a little bit with December wants the information that his sister has. Sirius wants to have fun, so actually Frank, you might have to come up with a reason.
Yeah, actually, I do want my records back. And second, I'm just curious
Okay,
what
you actually want your records back. You want your vinyl back. Oh, I know Captain Sirius. He's got a pretty intense ABBA collection. You can try to hide it if he wants, but
And
it's classic music of Earth.
it is.
You're
I love it. You give me some Swedish disco, and I am there.
right. And Paul wants to keep flying, so like
That's a, yeah, no,
the job that's going to pay money.
That's just to make money. All right, so and I think everybody gets involved then gets a fate point, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Am I remembering that wrong? Hold on.
No, that's correct. It's
Okay.
it's a self-compel basically.
Yeah.
And so this would be for I would consider this a self-compel. I mean, I can go any number of ways here, but I was thinking backups, checks, and protocols. This is this is something I need to do to.
Well, it could also be that you're actually friends with these people and you want to help them too. I mean, it could go that route.
I suppose.
I suppose. Let's see. Well, let's look at your aspects and see what
It's fine. A serious personal check. Yeah. If for no other reason.
So really, this has now become an adventure all about getting LPs back. And if you happen to get the Martian records back, that's fine too. But really, it's about the records. All right, so then we go to step 2, which is establish the first fact. So everybody simultaneously rolls to create advantage using a relevant skill.
Yeah.
I believe that I was.
Ron, you've already kind of nailed down what you're going with. And what are the rest of you? What skills are you using?
Contacts for me. Obviously, if she's stolen something, she's probably trying to sell it. So.
Yeah, and actually, I'm gambling, so of course deceive, because I always cheat.
Okay. It's versus a difficulty of 3. So whoever succeeds and gets the highest is to declare the fact.
It's a fantastic cheat. Yeah.
Oh!
Wow, you guys are all pretty fantastic. I'm not gonna lie. Although Sirius is seriously fantastic. So, all right.
Trust me.
So Frank is the winner, and you get to do two things. First, you record one or more victories, depending on the margin of success. You succeeded by 3, so that's 2 victories, or 2 victories. So, and then you also get to, second, you get to introduce a fact. This takes the form of a situation aspect and must follow 3 guidelines. It clearly derives from the skill used to create it. It clearly relates to the situation, and it can be stated as an objective fact, an observation of something in the scene, a remembered bit of research, or some other piece of factual information that relates to the scene.
Okay.
And you use what?
I think the people I've gambled with, they remembered that she obviously cheated and got caught, and it came to a brawl, and she got arrested by some local law enforcement.
Okay, so the fact is, August is under arrest, or was arrested.
Is she still under arrest? I don't know, but she was arrested.
So August was arrested. Okay, and that's 2 victories down. All right, so establish the second fact. Proceeds pretty much like the first fact did. Everyone picks a skill. All right, so I think also we should try and move right off of that fact too. So Sirius knows that August was arrested and lets you know. Now, what skills are you using and how are you using them?
I'm going to try to hack the law enforcement database with burglary.
Okay.
Cool.
Paul?
Shittily, I might do that.
I'm sorry. Go. Hey, how about you move on to Sirius?
Okay, Sirius.
Okay. I think I go to look at the look about the law enforcement guys that took her into custody, and I try to provoke them, given me her current whereabouts, because, well, she owes me. I'm divorced, and she owes me money, and I want it now. So where did you put her? That is provoke.
All right. And the difficulty is 6, because that's what you got on your first roll, Captain.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I provoke. Provoke. Oh, this is not good.
All right. So, the fact is that she
was arrested.
She was arrested. Okay. So, let's find out what prison she was in.
Okay.
That sounds like I'm not trying to hack anything, so I'm just trying to use like computers or something along those lines to get that information. Maybe.
All right.
Maybe.
Well, so far nobody's even come close to succeeding. So.
Yeah.
Yep. So, yeah, I'm not gonna do that well either. I got a 3.
I believe in you.
Well, let's see here. All right. So, because of I am all about backups and protocols, procedures. So I am going to re-roll that.
I'm going to take your fate point.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All you need to tie is.
I know. And then I am going to.
Well, that she was arrested is an aspect.
Yeah, of course. Oh yes,
I'm going to invoke that, and so that I know the proper channels to.
Now, does that count as a?
It counts as it's an aspect there that.
Yeah, but
and
does
you
it
don't
give you
need to
free
spend a fate point because I still have a success with style on it. I have 2 boosts, so I give them to you. Here, take
Okay.
them.
So apparently she wasn't just arrested; it was allowed arresting. Like people noticed.
Right.
Sounds like her.
So yeah, let's say there's like big chunks of the wall that are still kind of melty.
Okay. Right. That brings me up to 6.
All right. So that's a tie.
Okay.
And
Now.
a tie is, let's see here. You get 1 victory, but at a cost. What is it?
Knows.
Let's see here. Someone notices your intrusion.
Yeah, that's. That would be. That makes sense.
All right.
Yeah, we are
So-
asking too many questions.
So what is this? What is this fact you discovered now?
I discovered the reason why she was arrested.
Okay.
What crime it was? Let's say it was a B&E.
Okay, at a casino.
Yeah.
Okay. Breaking and entering at the casino. Which brings us to form hypothesis. I think, right? Because we got our 3rd fact.
No, we got our 3rd fact.
We're on our
The
3rd
third
fact.
fact
Right.
is-
Okay. Sorry, again, this is new.
Yep. Yep.
All right, so B&E at a casino.
Well, why did she do this? Because
Hey, you married her.
So, why did he actively let her get caught on this? There must be a reason.
All right,
I
now
think.
establish a 3rd fact. Dun dun dun.
Yeah. I need to ask my contacts here on Luna. Yeah, that's what I do.
All right, so you're going with your contacts. And again, I think the difficulty is 6 because that's exactly what Ron got. So
Yeah.
go up. It's just still really hard.
Okay, my contacts give me a great result. Yeah, and spending a fate point for, well, actually, I am her ex and I know her method of operation, so I might be able to deduce how she's thinking. So that's a fate point for it, and I have a tie.
Okay. And what are the rest of you trying for? December, you could start using some of your weird skills.
I don't really. My weird skills are just cryokinesis and will. I mean, that's not even weird. That's just that weird.
I'm just saying cryokinesis could help you figure out facts.
And don't underestimate Will. Will is some kind, here in Atomic Robo, some kind of mastermind ability to come up with plans, to see through other people's plans, and so on. So it's not only willpower, it's some kind of intelligence or anything.
So, knowing what I know about my sister and how she operates, I am going to use my will ability to try and sort of put together the pieces of the puzzle, because it doesn't make sense to me that she would come here with stolen property, break into something, and then get caught. None of those things make sense to me.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I've got ideas for how those go together, but let's see how this moves.
And I'm. Go ahead.
Awful.
Well, you can always spend a fate point reroll.
Yeah,
Or...
I'm going to spend a fate point to reroll that.
Much better.
Is better, and then I'm going to tag my signature aspect, because it's freebie, for Cold as Ice former operative to see if I can piece together what she did.
Okay.
Okay.
And that puts me at a 7. And I'll be right back.
All right. So
Okay.
you're ahead of Frank at the moment, and Ron.
I'm going to use forensics.
Oh,
Ooh, nice. You're going all science.
Well, that's what's making sense to me because I'm going to be going around and using forensics to look for different clues so I can figure out just what exactly is it that she was trying to do in the casino. It had to be pretty important,
Okay.
and just by definition of the brainstorm, it has to be it's related, right? So.
I don't know. Hypothesis comes next.
Okay, so
No,
I'm not worried about it.
All right, Mark. December, you are ahead. So, what is the fact for the third fact?
The third fact is she left something behind. So she broke into the casino to leave something there.
Well, that sounds like a hypothesis.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Fact.
Let's see the third.
it could be a fact.
It could be a
How about
fact.
the third fact is she's too good to get caught? So
Or how about let's go with this something like that, but maybe something a little more like she wouldn't have been caught that way. So let's say that
there's something hinky about the catch.
yeah, like all it look or how about it looks like a frame or something like that, like.
Yeah, but maybe it's
framed herself.
a kind of thing that she herself has orchestrated to make it easier to switch the merchandise.
Okay, so here we go. How about this? She wanted to get caught. That seems like a good fact.
Yep.
Does that work?
Yep.
Okay, cool. And now we go to step 5, right?
Yep.
Which is form a hypothesis. And we've racked up 4 successes. And you all get to roll, and whoever gets highest gets to build the hypothesis.
What are we rolling on?
You're rolling a relevant skill.
Yeah, I know what's relevant.
I'm gonna roll burglary.
I'm gonna roll forensics again.
Okay.
And I roll deceive because that is just her. Yeah.
So you're trying to see through her lies?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course he is.
I will say this, though. Frank's character this time is not all about the deceit. He also kills people. So
Yes, of course. if they don't believe me, I have to kill them.
all right, so who got the highest?
Frank and I actually tied.
I think that's not a problem. That means we have to come up both with some kind of mutual term for this hypothesis.
Yeah, and it has to include each of the 3 that we've come up with so far. That she was arrested for B&E at the casino, and she wanted to get caught. Now might be a good time for that hypothesis about she was leaving something behind.
So I think she left something there, and the catch was the distraction. I think that whatever she did, she thought that whatever she had, likely this information, the best place to leave it was the safest place on the planet, which is the vault of a casino.
So you're saying that she's in a different place and the merchandise. Merchandise is somewhere else where we don't have any kind of lead, and she is elsewhere where we.
No, I think it's in the vault.
He's saying the hypothesis is the merchandise is in the vault.
Okay.
She left it behind.
Okay. That sounds good. Yeah.
Sounds like something she'd do. Because it sounds like something I'd do.
Anything to say to that, Sirius?
And then I think we just did our first brainstorm.
Yeah.
It's science.
So that was easy. Now we know where the merchandise is. We simply have to rob the casino. So how do we do it?
We got this. No big deal.
Honestly, you guys do have the skill set to rob a casino.
We do.
Yeah.
You're kind of like a space age A-team, really.
Okay.
That means Frank gets to be the face man, and Mark gets to be Hannibal. And that means that actually Paul is both B.A. Baracus and Howlin' Mad Murdoch, because he's also the ship. So
Yeah.
he's got to be two people. It's complicated. There's rules on how robots do that.
So how do we proceed?
Well, now you know where she is. She's in jail, and you know where you just suspect where the merchandise is in the vault.
Think we could pay her a visit there December?
Oh yes.
She hates two of the three of us, so we can.
She will probably enjoy us visiting her in jail. Oh yes.
We'll enjoy it.
I know I would.
She loves it when we hang out. We can go talk to her.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
All right.
So we know Captain Sirius isn't on the best terms with her, and I never could figure out whether. Well, actually, you already said that you don't really care for your sister that much.
Well, I always viewed it as December just figures she'll be able to get out of it on her own. So.
Yeah, I'm not worried about her. I mean, she's got the same skill set as I do. I mean, I'm clearly superior, but similar skill set. Yeah, I'm not at all worried about her, and she's the one with the passion, the temper. I'm a little bit dispassionate, so I don't care one way or the other, to be quite honest.
Got it. Is she a pyrokinetic? Is that?
Yeah, we're twins.
Yep.
She could
And if their
easily
powers
get
combined-
out-
We form water.
She could easily get out of jail on her own. So if she's still in jail, there has to be a reason for it. So maybe the exchange did not already happen. So the merchandise is still in the casino. And why is she still in jail? To have an alibi or something? I don't know.
Or things went dodgy and she feels safe there.
Yes, you believe that? Yes.
Hey,
Okay.
Ron,
Yes.
roll me a notice versus a 7.
Okay.
Ooh.
What's my notice? Yeah, 5. I'm actually good at that. All right, but
Well, you could succeed at a cost.
I could succeed at a cost, but knowing you already have you got enough to use against us. So I am more than just a talking machine. I'm a very perceptive talking machine.
You shoot out basically like a nano cloud of sensors around yourself. You're like, I feel something.
Hey, it's totally in line, and it's my signature aspect. So I'm going to use my free invoke on that.
You notice what looks to be some sort of gang. They're all wearing the same colors, and they're all kind of not so much bunched together as spread out throughout the crowd around and in the casino.
Yeah, my
Sensors
threat assessment
outside the
yeah,
casino.
my threat assessment subroutines are going off.
And well, the thing is you've noticed them following you for a while now. And now
Okay.
it's all starting to come together. You're like, why are they still here? What is going on?
Yeah.
Everywhere I go, these guys are here, and so they wear red boots. That's the distinctive thing.
Red space.
Okay. I'm going to first of all, because we hadn't established this before, but I'm going to go ahead and establish this right now, that we have some sort of communicators, and I can communicate with them, with the other two guys,
Okay.
like
Yeah.
an earpiece or something. And I don't have.
Probably actually something that's internal for you anyway.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it's definitely internal for me.
But yeah, we can figure out how that is. Actually, why don't we figure out now? What kind of communication technology do we want to go with? How do we
We'll
visualize it?
Well, wait, did you
What's it
say
called?
you have nanotechnology at all?
Well, he's made of nanites.
Technology. So.
I was gonna say maybe we just have a little bit of him.
So you've got like nano telepathy between you all.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Actually, if you want to do that, Ron, go ahead and roll. What is it, your robot? What is your? You've got a weird skill, right?
Yeah, but yeah, it's apparatoid.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll that versus average.
Okay.
You put basically the aspect nano telepathy between you guys. Which, by the way, makes you the engineer from the Authority. Which
Right. But,
Yeah.
yeah. So.
all right, you got some nice nano telepathy going on. Which remember that aspect. Remember you have a free use of it. You also have a free use of the merchandises in the vault. I'm remembering it as well, but just in case I forget, because there's a lot of stuff going on.
Okay.
All right, so that's how you communicate through the creepiest means possible. Well, we've got a little bit of robot in our brain. What?
Well, and the thing is that like, eventually like they break down and, and.
So you don't accidentally Grey Goo their brains?
Right. But it lasts for a little while.
That's long enough.
Let's see here.
I'll compel it whenever I want it to break down at a bad point. How about that?
Of course. Frank, are you keeping a notepad somewhere?
Yeah. I have put him in the Drive app here. You could
Yeah,
see
he's got
it
it.
now.
He's got it up on the. He's got a Fractured Soul Hangout notes.
Yeah.
Which I am also putting notes on as they occurred.
I wonder why. I thought I had that open.
Mm.
Interesting.
Down at the bottom. All right, so that's
okay.
What are you telling them?
We I tell them unsurprisingly, someone is watching us. Someone's are watching us.
How many?
How many? I will say a handful. Is that right, Jake?
Yeah, about a little over half a dozen, so about 7, maybe 8, because they move around a bit.
Okay.
Actually, no, you got good enough. There's 8 of them.
Okay.
Okay. So basically a European handful, because they have 8 digits.
It's a metric handful. It's 1.2 times an imperial handful.
So, well, is there some of those guys in red boots in our vicinity here? Is there someone near?
All right. Actually, who's got the best contacts?
I got a 2.
I got a 3.
All right. So, Sirius, you know these guys. Well, you don't know them, but you've heard of them. These guys are the where are they? Ah, there they are. The Moon Ogres. And there may not be the hardest gang around, but they are nobody to laugh at.
Yeah, I'm taking them very serious.
And they're heavily into custom drugs, you know, making their own drugs out of various chemicals and such.
Okay, I'll simply walk over to one of them, take a look at his boots, look him in the eye and say, well, you have mighty fine boots on your feet.
Let's see, what's that supposed to mean?
Well, I know you loonies are slow, but so slow as you are, oh my!
Well, he's about to kick you in the face with his boots.
Yes, of course, and punch to the face. I hope it's quick enough. Of course he gets it.
All right.
So let's talk.
How does initiative work in Robo? I forget. Conflict.
Like Marvel Heroic.
Okay. Cool. So, I'd like to compel his angry ganger to make him go first.
Of course.
Which means you guys would then each get. Well, we lost Mark. You guys would each get a fate point to go after the gang.
Okay.
All right.
And when Mark comes back, he can get one too. So
I cannot explain it. I always speak friendly, nice to people, and they always start fighting. I don't know why.
+2. All right. So he's got a +2 for kicking and fighting, and he's going to kick and fight you in the face.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, that is a superb kick to the face.
Oh, it wouldn't be the first I get in the face, but let's see how my combat experience takes me now out of reach. Ah, fantastic! So, even my granny kicks harder than you.
All right, so he yells, "We've been blown!" And so half the guys immediately run off, and the other ones come to join him to beat up on Captain Sirius. So they're going to all go as one.
Okay.
Put them at a 4.
How do we get to face kicking?
Okay.
Ask Captain Sirius. He started it. All right, they got a superb to kick you, basically hold you down and beat you. So
I only
coming up just
with one. So they try to grab me and beat me. Well, I think it's a combat again. Let's see how I could use my old earthen wrestling techniques to get out of their grip. Let's see. This is not good enough.
And this is why Earth loses.
No. Never retreat, never surrender, spending a fate point, and using sometimes violence is hilarious.
Okay.
And re-rolling this one, because no.
Here's how
Earth
it's
never
all
retreat.
these guys are holding down Sirius, and Sirius is just rolling around and laughing.
Yeah, yoo-hoo! Yeah, that's it high.
All right, so they get a boost. And the boost is you're kind of hemmed in. That's the boost. You're hemmed in.
Okay.
All right. And Frank, because you're right there, you get to go next.
Okay. Yeah. I could now try to punch them a little bit, but no. They are sissies. I provoke them. You hit like a girl. No, you hit like a lunatic girl. Well, it must be the low gravity here that you can't punch. Provoke.
Right.
I provoke them.
They're going to defend
Take that.
with their well, not well. You succeed with style. So,
And now the little girls are crying. Oh.
did you create advantage, or were you trying to cause stress?
No, that is an attack. Mental stress, I guess.
Okay.
I want them to cry.
All right. So yeah. So one of the guys actually breaks down crying right there, and he's out. Like he's just like, you're just so mean. And he goes running off.
That is why violence is hilarious. Yeah.
So how do you take him out with that?
Well, actually, he's now crying. He's running away. Well, I shout after him. Yeah, go now, go to your mommy and cry in her skirt, and never show your face and your red boots back again. And remember, clap your heels 3 times and say, "There's no place like Luna. There's no place like Luna." I guess he runs.
All right.
So next one, I think. Well, let's get with our good consciousness. Paul is the next one.
Okay.
Okay, so there are 3 of the 4 left.
Yep.
What's the scenery like? We have tape. We got
people. We got people running around, some milling crowds. Although they're starting to spread out now that a bunch of punching and kicking and yelling happened and crying. And so there's a couple of pachinko machines and some one-arm bandits there. So
sweet. I will pick up a slot machine and throw it at the other 3 guys, because I can do that.
All right.
And you make a win.
They're gonna try and get out of the way. That's their move. They don't want to get hit with a slot machine. I think we can all respect that. Oh, snap. 2 of them managed to get out of the way, but one of them got hit. So how do you take them out?
Well, that one. Okay, so the one that was unfortunate gets hit by the slot machine, and he gets smashed up against the wall, against or other hard immovable surface.
So
he's not red boot sandwich.
Is he? So he's pretty much just a grease spot on the wall then?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
And you get 3 carry. Yeah.
Murder.
So
we went from name.
By the way, well, okay, because the thing is, I don't know what kind of I'm absolutely stronger than a normal human, but at a cost.
Yeah.
And so that was a display of my strength.
So, I get. Yeah, that works.
It causes me trouble.
Yep.
If you want.
Will definitely cause you trouble. The future is now altering because of that, but that's okay. I like it.
All right. So
maybe you'll get to meet August all on your own.
Sirius is my Sirius is my friend. Whatever that means. Whatever that means. Okay. I will let December go next.
I think December's the last one.
Yes.
So I guess I missed because my internet decided to stop working. So we are at the casino.
Yeah.
There was some punching going on.
Basically, these guys are the Moonovers. They're a gang, and they've been following Paul around. And Sirius went up to one and started insulting him, so he tried to kick.
A nice, friendly conversation.
Yes. That's one way of viewing it, yes.
All right.
Things escalated quickly when the robot got involved.
All right. So let me check real quick. Hold on. Let me see. So we have, how many were there? There were 4?
There are 2 left. One ran away crying, and one is basically a smudge of blood.
All right. I am then going to encourage these fine gentlemen that it's best if they take a walk. Things aren't going so well for them, and of the friends, of the 3 of us, they haven't encountered me yet. And I mentioned my name, that I am December, and I have a stunt that's called Yes, That December.
Okay.
That lets me use contacts instead of provoke for a provoke action, or for an intimidate.
So you're going to try and stress them out by being that December?
Yep, I'm that guy. They've heard of me. They know who I am.
Well, they're gonna try and resist.
And let's see. So it's a 4 for me.
Okay.
No, I'm rolling it. So it was a. Oh yeah. So that's a +7. So I beat you by 4.
All right. How do you take them out?
But essentially, it's just that. It's just.
So they're just. So you pull like a Porthos the pirate from.
Yes. Exactly.
They're like,
exactly like that.
Oh snap! And then they just start running. Like they hurl themselves out of your way and just start sprinting away at top speed.
Because yes, I'm that December.
You should totally make a quip now.
And when I do, I sort of frost over. And as I'm introducing myself and saying who I am, my skin turns slightly blue, and that frosty steam starts coming off of me to prove that I am indeed that December.
Well, I always believed in you. So, all right. You have succeeded at defeating the gang. However, you are that December.
I am.
And Paul is basically just standing there after destroying casino property and killing a man. So the casino security shows up around the same time the police do. And you know what? I'm going to make up the head police detective. He wears a monocle and has mutton chops.
Yes.
Because that just seems awesome. We need to come up with a name for him. Let's see. Wellingsley.
That sounds good.
The
Detective? I say, is there a problem, officer?
He leans on his cane, and he looks you all over. He looks at the robot, shakes his head, looks over at December, and he says, "You know, you remind me of someone. You remind me of someone, and that's not a good memory."
You don't know me at all. I'm just a customer here. I got assaulted by some dogs from what?
Go ahead and roll deception.
Okay.
He's going to resist it with investigate.
Good. Ah, damn it. Okay. I leave it at that.
You're well known to us, Captain Sirius.
You don't. You don't have the other Captain Sirius in mind. I'm the good Captain Sirius, you know.
He taps something on his wrist computer, and a hologram of your face shoots up with the bounty below it, and all of a sudden,
it's a misunderstanding. I could explain because it's a big
go ahead and take the compel for your bounty coming up.
Okay. Damn it. Okay.
And you guys are under arrest unless you want to resist. There's about 10 cops and about 5 security agents.
Oh, I don't get arrested.
You should totally have that as an aspect. I don't get arrested.
I do have an empty aspect that I could throw that into. I'm actually going to use my cryokinesis to freeze the ground around them.
Okay.
What?
Hold up. They did assault us first. This was
Well, I'm sure that will all come out in the investigation, but until then, there's a dead man there, and there's some severe property damage that you would probably have to pay for. Am I right? And the building security.
No. That guy tried to steal a slot machine and ran simply into the wall. I've seen it very, very well. I could swear he ran into the wall.
I don't think you can even lie that one. That one is a bit extreme. He's trying to steal a slot machine.
Guys, we always wanted to see my ex. Let's see how Audrey is faring. So, well, let's not make a scene.
Mark,
with a fine
if you wanted to do something interesting, you could probably create like a really deep fog or something by pulling the moisture out of the air with your cryokinesis.
Yeah, it was either that or I was going to create ice at their feet so that when I take off running.
If you spend 2 turns, you probably could do both.
Yeah, I'm good with that. I'm not getting arrested. I don't.
So go ahead and roll. What are you trying to
create an advantage with my cryokinesis?
Well, are you trying to obscure their vision or make it slippery first?
I'm going to make it slippery first.
Okay.
Because as long as they're not moving around, they shouldn't.
I'm going to roll athletics to get in your way, and so. And that is a difficulty of 4. Because they did okay. I'm kind of rolling like dynamite today.
You tied.
So you create it, but at a minor cost. Hold on, let me look up minor costs, because I think they might be a little bit different in this. 4 outcomes, here we go. Okay, here's the fun bit. You can do it. However, all of your friends are going to have to make a difficulty 4 roll to not fall over.
Ooh.
I did mention that I don't get arrested, right?
I don't get caught. You guys, I don't care.
I said nothing about the people.
All right.
Me.
That's mostly because now your friends think you're a jerk.
There's now a slick as ice slick and floor aspect.
All right. Go ahead and roll athletics if you guys want to leave.
Oh no. I'm quite comfy here.
Paul, are you going to try and escape?
No. I always wanted to see how the moon legislation does their justice here.
I could walk out of the prison whenever time I wanted to.
Actually,
so Mark,
that is
go ahead and have I guess it would be a contest with the police to escape.
Yeah.
All right. So they're going to chase you, and you're going to run, I guess. And first to 3 victory points. Either they catch you or you get away.
So I am going to vault over the nearest machine, which I believe qualifies my hardcore parkour.
Okay, I'm down.
Stunt. Since my athletics isn't great, but when I'm running from or chasing someone, I do okay. So that puts me at a +4 athletics.
All right, and they're going to chase you with athletics, and they got a 4.
I got a 5.
Okay, so you got 1 victory point, and they're still running on the ice, chasing you, and you're flipping over stuff.
I need 3 victory points, right?
Yep, and actually, if you use the ice, that would put you at 2.
Yeah, so I'm going to use that. I'm going to use my ice slick and floor to bump that up to get me two victories.
All right. So now they are going to try and hit you with a taser.
Oh, that's not nice.
Yeah. Not for stress, just to stop you. That's their next move.
Oh.
And they got you. And what are you doing to escape? Still hardcore or?
Yeah, I'm in a hardcore parkour again. It seemed to work out really well for me last time.
You're gonna flip up onto a roof or something.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I still win.
It is the moon, so you actually have less gravity here. So you could probably do some really crazy parkour. All right. So December just vanishes like Tarzan. And so, meanwhile, Paul and Captain Sirius are standing there with guys pointing guns at them.
Well, is it just me, or did it get cold in here?
No, that's just you. It's fine. And so they slap the cuffs on you, and they slap a restraining bolt on Paul. And they're going to take you in. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Also, Paul, while you're going in, you do notice that you're still being followed by the same gang at a further distance, but they're still there.
Okay. I relay this information to my patriots.
With your nano telepathy.
Yes.
All right.
Why are they so interested in you?
The Luna Police Precinct is pretty much what you'd expect. It's fairly dilapidated and not really well run. But the bars are solid, and they throw you into a holding cell. And yeah, there's a bunch of unsavory characters, most in there for drunk and disorderly, that sort of thing.
Right. But the bars are pretty solid, but they're just just normal bars, right?
Well, you haven't tested them yet. I have no idea. I haven't decided yet. But yeah, I mean, the building is solid. It's just really old.
Right.
It would take some doing, even for you, take some doing to get out through pure muscle. You could do it, though. You're fairly certain.
Yeah, that's what I
but
thought.
It wouldn't be quiet.
That's fine. It's not like they could hurt me.
All right. So.
Well, I haven't been disorderly and I haven't been drunk. It seems I have missed out so well. On what charges are you keeping me here, fellow officers? Please explain it to me. I don't understand.
Detective Wellingsley, he looks you over and he says, I don't think you understand how things work here. There's a rather large bounty on your head, and if we collect that, well, we get to split it amongst us. So you're staying around, Captain Sirius.
Yeah, but to collect it, you have to get me to Mars. This is quite a little bit far away from Moon here.
Well, we'll work something out.
Actually, how big is the bounty currently?
Is this what?
How big is the bounty currently?
More than you have.
You don't know how much I have.
Well, if you'd had it, I would have taken it from you.
Well, actually, I could offer you a deal. We are on Luna because we are in a kind of business that is very, very lucrative, and that makes this bounty a mere, well, let's say, a mere tip money, not really money. So, if you want, I could get you in this deal.
Are you being honest? I'm asking as the GM. Are you being honest here? Because this sounds like a good place to go.
Never. Of course, this is a lie. What do you think?
All right, so go ahead and roll. But he is no fool.
Yeah. Come on. This needs to be supported by some fate point. I think. So, let's see. This is my deceive. It could be better. Honestly, would I ever lie to you? This is my first aspect I use to push it to a +5. Let's see. And the second one I might use is actually, I'm scum of the blasted earth, and well, there are some guys on the blasted earth that are into very, very shady, but also very lucrative deals.
I don't know about that one.
Okay.
I'm just not certain if scum of the blasted earth would work here.
Okay, then, well, what could we? Oh, okay. Oh no. Well, actually, you have arrested a tall blonde about a week ago. I'm with her.
So you're gonna pull her in.
And she, I'm her ex, so not ex. This kind. She's in my deal, and when actually, well, I suppose she wouldn't have told you about her deal here, but I could get you in. So this might be August December's sister's ex as an aspect. Do you accept it?
All right, yeah. I see
Okay.
no horribly wrong. So by the by, you succeed. He's like, well, I'm listening. Meanwhile, suddenly the room gets a lot hotter, and everybody starts just parting, and there's this really angry woman stalking across the room towards you, and she says, really, really earnest.
Is she in the cell?
Yep. And the room is jumped up by a good 10 degrees Celsius in under a second.
That can't be healthy. Audrey, nice to see you. You make me all sweaty again. So, where did you keep my records?
She's like, you would betray me. I mean,
What?
I knew you were scum, but I didn't think you were a betraying kind of scum. I thought you had some honor.
Kind of scum.
Actually,
Actually, I'm
Celsius. It's now somewhere along. It's almost at boiling temperature. It's so hot.
You humans perplex me with your mating practices.
So, well, Audrey, why don't we get a whirlpool, some ice cubes, and cool you a little bit down? You know what I mean. And then we could talk about it all. Look, the hair on this fine officer is already curling.
Well, he's backing away. He's just like, I'll leave you to it. If you're still alive in 10 minutes, we can talk.
It was just a misunderstanding. Of course, I did misunderstand you. You left me. Actually, I would never have left you, as long as you are still having my records. So now, what are you doing here? You are here in prison. What makes you go to jail here? You get into fights. Well, you see, your husband is not with you, and so you get in trouble. This is how it ends. You should never have divorced me. Never, ever.
She's gonna punch you. I think that's gonna happen.
Okay. Well, actually, I take the punch. So,
okay. So you take a minor consequence.
Okay. I thought she would punch me with physical strength, so she couldn't hurt me at all by punching.
Oh, right, because you're invulnerable.
So she now might have to deal with several copies of me.
Right. So yeah, she punched you so hard, actually 3 copies of you popped out.
How? Ow! That hurt. Look, you hurt him. Well, actually, you hurt me. So look, we would never betray you. Wouldn't we? No. He's absolutely right. Yeah, what he said.
She's like, you're ruining the whole deal.
No, no. What kind of deal? What kind of deal?
Super subtle.
I'm now imagining the other Siriuses all huddled around, blocking off the sound.
You could tell me. P.S. Your brother is here too.
Well, at least he's not in jail.
Yeah, but he knows now. He
Yeah.
knows what's going on because I'm communicating with him.
Yeah. Perhaps we should all talk. Let's go somewhere else, somewhere nice. You know, a little bit whirlpool, ice cubes, you know, or a hot tub. Let's make an ice cubed whirlpool a hot tub.
She just shakes her head and walks off and sits back down on the stool she was sitting on. You don't understand anything, Sirius.
Well, of course, I don't understand anything what you are doing. That is the old story. I know. But you never listen to me. You have never listened to me. How are my feelings? I'm hurt. You punched me. Well, this is not something that's taken lightly. I never would have punched you. Ever. At all. Honestly.
Because you're afraid of her.
Well,
the ability to do actual damage. You know?
So let's take this outside. Those fellow officers here need not to get our in-family business. So why don't you get me out of here and we go somewhere nice and have a talk?
And this is just you all over. Help me get out of here. Come on.
No, not at all.
Use your powers to help me. It's always so great. Use your skills to help me because I have a gambling problem.
I don't have a gambling problem. It's only a problem if you perceive it as a problem. I perceive it as an opportunity. I have gambling opportunities.
You have a gambling problem.
Yeah. You have too many opportunities.
Please give me just one. Just this once. Let's have a talk.
And
seriously, serious.
Looks over at Paul and she says, "Hey, robot, punch this part of the wall." And she just puts her hand up against it and really starts heating it up.
And I'm on the other side, making it cold, make it unstable.
I do so.
All right. The wall explodes. People start shooting and screaming and running and stuff. So you've got plenty of distractions to escape. Now you're wanted.
There's a nice cafe here. Last time I was in Luna, they serve a delicious cheesecake. Let's go and have some.
All right. So
He looks over at December and she's like, "How low you have fallen."
He has.
Well, what do you mean low? The gravity here is quite low. Yes, of course.
Got the ship. Makes it easier to get around. He also provides a brilliant distraction sometimes.
No, hers. So she starts walking off. Well, since you're already muddling around in it, you might as well follow.
Well, December, she. What do you think? Oh my! What do you think, December? What do you think, your sister?
Just come walking out. So.
Would she ever consider a remarriage?
Seriously.
Okay. Okay. That's
you ever made a good decision?
All the encouragement I needed.
Why would you want to marry her again? Still not sure why you did it the first time.
He needs to have an aspect about playing with fire. That's all I'm saying.
I must have been passed out or something. Well, so okay, she's in on a deal. So and we want in, And let's see how we could manage not to get caught by the fine policeman here. Any ideas?
How about I hack into the controls of a transport skiff?
That
Can we get out of here?
All right,
That
that'll
is
be a difficulty
pure
too.
genius. Pure genius. Please do so.
All right. So my computer's is at a 3. So
Yeah.
Boom.
that's the 4.
All right, you've stolen a skiff.
I mean, why not? We're escaping prison. May as well add on to the.
You're already wanted for potentially murder and for escaping jail, so stealing a skiff really isn't even that big on the list of crimes you've done today.
Right.
Actually, you call that a jail? Oh no, this is a laugh. This is not a jail.
Not anymore.
Actually, not anymore. Yes.
Okay. So, the other thing that I'm doing is I am remotely activating the jackpot
Okay.
because we need to meet it at a location that is not the dock.
Otherwise, you can never come back.
Right.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I need to use the bathroom, so I will be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the same.
Okay.
Actually, we do need to get the merchandise back.
It's true, but we need to find a location so that we can, like regroup.
Yeah. But actually, that went well so far. We
So
always
far.
wanted to visit her in jail.
And now we are the 18.
Yeah, and actually, she still likes me. But actually, she just punched me. She could have burned me.
That's true. She would know that, wouldn't she?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, it's love. What else can it be?
Yes. That's the good old-fashioned Earthers way, yeah. Take what you can get. Oh, God. Yeah. Hunted by the authorities. Now we just have to get a grip on doing some good part to get an A-team reputation.
Right. Yes. So
Oh,
this
still
seriously
needs merchandise.
this seriously is the 18, except there are crimes that we may have committed.
On the plus side, you did commit them in basically what amounts to Space Alabama, so it's probably fine. Eventually. All right. So what you're planning on regrouping at the ship? Is that your plan,
Yes.
Paul?
Yes, I need to remotely direct the ship to a more remote location, which I understand is going to be difficult. Which I understand it should be understandably difficult, but
Well, actually, it should be pretty easy. I mean, you're already the ship, so you can just do it.
that's true.
As long as you're not leaving Luna.
I'm not. We're not leaving Luna
So
because we have business to accomplish here.
Are you planning on parking outside of the domes, like out on the plane, or?
Yes.
Okay, so you're gonna have to find spacesuits for the air breathers. You're fine, but all your squishy friends are gonna have issues with breathing vacuum.
Can Crow?
We already obtained one of our 3 goals. We got our most favorite dysfunctional ex-wife back. There's still some kind of data missing, and where are my records?
They're probably wadded up into a ball of plastic at this point.
That would be cruel. That would be so cruel. So, December, what kind of data are you looking for, and why don't you ask your sister how did she obtain it and where did she put it?
Not much one for subtlety. Are you serious? I kind of thought I might get out before she knew we were looking for it, but that's okay.
Okay.
We're kind of there now. So what? Why am I chasing after you? I asked to my sister.
She says, I have no idea. I had everything under control until you all showed up. Also, at this point, police cruisers are following you, firing anti-vehicle weapons at the thing. So, Paul, I believe it's contest time.
Right.
To get out of the dome without them, stopping you.
Okay.
So they're going to be firing to blow the vehicle away from under you.
And for the time being, this time around, I'll be using vehicles to do some fancy maneuvering and dodging and everything. And I get that's a create advantage. I could create an advantage. I could.
Remember, in a contest, if you fail to create advantage,
could I support you by creating an advantage and you make the actual maneuver roll?
Yeah, I can also create advantages with ice and fun stuff.
Good. I'm going to limit it to one person assisting per turn. Otherwise, you guys tend to just overwhelm all opposition to the point where it's a little ridiculous.
Okay, let me first. Let me first.
You know what? I shouldn't. Can I change the wording on my stunt because it's not working? I wasn't when I made it. I was not thinking.
Okay, what are you thinking?
I wanted a +2 to overcome when.
When flying.
Yes, when pulling off fancy maneuvers.
Okay, yeah, that works. So basically, it's
like hardcore Parker. So
positioning kind of a thing. So it's not create advantage so much as just go go go.
Yeah.
It's your go button. You
All
should
right.
totally call it your go button.
So I am rolling.
Go button.
All right. So I'm rolling that at 6.
All right. Well, I have a feeling you did better than them. Yeah, you succeeded with style, so you got 2 victory. Go ahead and describe some awesomeness.
All right, so we're basically flying through a domed city, right? So I'm envisioning like there are bridges and stuff. So we're flying under a bridge. We're kind of weaving around different buildings, and of course we're weaving through traffic.
There's also people flying.
Yes, we're weaving through traffic.
You can get wings that you can flap and fly around. So there's lots of weird moon stuff.
Yeah. So I make one move and a shot that would have hit me hits an unfortunate flyer instead, and that kind of stuff.
Okay. Awesome. So. Let's jump back to December and August. August is looking at you. She's like, really? You want to have this conversation now? All right, we'll have this conversation now.
When you make trouble, who do you think they're going to send to fix the trouble?
She looks behind. She looks behind her and like waves her hand, and this big like mirage wave shoots through the air, and one of the police cruisers just melts. And she says, "I'm not creating trouble. I'm trying to stop a disaster on a level no one's ever even heard of before."
I have.
Okay. So, why don't would you care to explain?
Not really, but okay. And then we'll jump back to Ron. All right, Ron. So you're being fired at, and there's stuff crashing around. There's giant fruit stands that are crashing everywhere, and people on ladders, and all of those things. And you're getting pretty close to the edge of the dome. So there's actually like a narrow passage that leads to the airlock that you probably don't want to do something about because it's not open.
Right. That sounds like something I need to hack into right quick to open. Otherwise, you guys are gonna turn into
All right. So you're using your hacking for this round of the contest.
Yes.
And they're using their really adequate skills. All right. All right. So you succeed. Describe it, that you're popping open the airlock and driving through it somehow.
All right. So that introduces a new problem, but that's not my problem. So I envision that I have on the forums and on the standard chassis, there's there's a panel that opens. He has a forearm computer basically.
Okay.
And he has an extra arm that pops out of his chest, and that's what's actually doing the driving, right? No, that's actually going to be doing the computer. He's controlling the skiff with one hand. His extra hand is actually doing the programming on his forearm computer, and moments before we would have hit the airlock, it actually opens.
He's robot Beefbot Beeblebrox, everyone. All right. So then it pops open. The air starts pouring out through this open air. Because you're going at full speed, you'd have to open both sides. Otherwise, I figure you'd slam into it.
Yeah. So
you could probably close it right after, but it's just a cool effect. You get this massive vortex coming behind you, and I see the cop cars just flipping around and slamming into the walls. And
I'm gonna go ahead and try and throw up a quick dome of ice around the hood of the car to try and trap in some of the air.
That's what I was hoping to do.
Really, really difficult thing. That's legendary even. That's pretty dang hard.
All right.
Well, I'll let you succeed at a cost. I have costs prepared for this one.
Oh, sure. Let's see here.
As your sister's like, December, what are we doing? We are going into vacuum.
So I got a +4.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've heard this or not, but I'm a cold as ice, cryokinetic kind of. What are my aspects? I should know them.
Whoa.
Yeah, cold as ice former operative, which gives me a +2 and takes a fate point away to give me a 9.
All right, so that's a tie, and that's a succeed at a minor cost, which is fine. Everybody takes.
I thought you said I had to get an 8.
What? Oh wait, is it an 8?
I got a 9, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I did my math wrong. Hold on. I need to double check. This is why I like numbers that are numbers. Sometimes numbers aren't numbers.
I got a legendary is +8.
Right. So you succeeded totally. So it gets real cold, and all of a sudden, luckily you got a robot pilot who doesn't need eyes to see, because all you got is this nice big blackness around you as you're diving through this tunnel. And I imagine, Paul, you close the airlock as soon as you go through?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Are you going to lock it?
Yes.
All right,
absolutely.
that's like a create advantage versus the City Central computer. which is not as good as you. Although it's not bad. That's a 3.
Hmm.
You could succeed at cost.
I could.
Some neutral feedback or something. You could take a minor consequence.
I'd rather succeed at a minor cost. So I'm gonna hit backup checks and protocols.
Okay.
And that's because I'm always prepared for this kind of thing, or at least that's my MO.
All right. Let's come up with a minor cost then. Let's look at the list. All right. Foreshadow some imminent peril. I think we've already got that fairly well covered. Introduce a new wrinkle. That's a thought. Present the player with a tough choice. That doesn't really fit. Place an aspect on the PC for the scene. How about put the aspect on you? That was too close. So for the rest of the scene, you're basically just a little bit rattled, and then you'll be fine.
I actually, what I would like to do, because I'm doing a whole lot in quick succession.
Yep.
So, how about like something like overclocked or multi or something along those lines?
Too much input, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Go with that. So you've just got too much going on. It's like, what the heck? Oh my gosh.
Right.
And also, you're not in your ship, so you're really only a fraction of yourself at this point. Right. Yes. So, all right. So you head out, and the sun starts coming up as you're driving across the plain. The sun starts coming up over the horizon on Luna, and starts reflecting off of everything. And all of a sudden, you guys are in this beautiful golden kind of crystal ball of light inside you're basically in a snow globe on
Are you all insane? Paul, you nearly killed us. I'm a human. I need to breathe. Here. I need to breathe. You cannot pull such a stunt with me. And here, we have an unstable, nearly insane, kinetic woman on board. She might melt this ice dome any time at all. Not until we are in safety now. But are you all insane? Am I the only sane person on board here?
That would also be a great aspect. I am the only sane person on board this ship.
Here's an idea, Sirius. How about you don't piss her off so she doesn't get all hot? I'm holding this ice as best I can.
Yeah.
She gives you a number. She's just like, yep. Got it.
Simply give her a mirror. She has the coldest stare.
Oh,
that should stop. Or you could cuddle with your sister. Well, you are ice cold, and she's, well, then medium hot.
She's like, all I hear when you talk is blah blah blah. Please light me on fire.
What? That's your kind of ears. You have to learn to listen. Other people's feelings too.
That's great. Episode soundtrack, More Than a Feeling by Boss.
All right. So how far out did you park the ship?
What's reasonable? 10 kilometers?
Yeah, the moon isn't very big. Honestly, you could probably get anywhere in less than a day. But yeah, 10 clicks isn't bad.
It depends. Yeah. Okay. Because I knew the capabilities of my friend December here. I figured that I literally, in character and out of character, I figured he could actually make some sort of a ice globe. We'll call it 10 kilometers.
Okay. You make it there with little problem. So you managed to dock up, and you're starting to feel better. You're starting to reintegrate with the ship the way you want to.
Right. So I go to the chassis chamber and standard chassis. I plug them in basically. So basically, I have a chamber where there's a standard chassis and then there's metal jack, who's heavy duty combat. So
So you've got spare bodies to re-sleeve when you need to.
yep.
So
Well.
I do like that. Basically, the super spy James Bond cryokinetic is the most vulnerable person on the crew. Everybody else is pretty much immortal. And so,
Well, actually, I need a shower and a set of new underwear.
all right. So I think that's a decent place to end it for this week. That's a nice end point, good cliffhanger.
Cool.
Does that work for you guys?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I want to say one more thing that I find a cave.
You find a cave that's not a space worm.
Right.
Because we've all seen that movie. Oh, you have no idea how excited I am. Today I found it.
I saw your post.
I found the original Star Wars VHS, 1977 original cut. Oh, so good. I'm so excited. Well, because my friends have never seen it. Because I'm going to college, and a lot of my friends are all like 19, 20, 21, and they've never seen a non-digitally remastered, tweaked with, altered Star Wars. So I can finally show them what they're missing. I'm like, this is a better movie, guys.
Yeah.
All right, so how'd it go, guys? Did it work? Were there any parts that were too slow, or?
No.
Oh, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, really well. Yep.
How'd
Yep.
the brainstorming go? I know we kind of used it in a weird way, but I think it worked.
No, I think it was fine. I think it shows that it doesn't have to always be. I think usually in Atomic Robo, it's kind of used almost at the end.
Mm-hmm.
We used it.
Not always. We've used it for zero prep games too. So you can use it at the start to actually define what's the problem, and then go from there. And that's what we did today.
Yeah.
So it's a fun usage of it.
I kind of like it as an investigative technique, because sometimes then I can just come up with a problem without a solution and be like, all right, give me the clues. Let's put all these clues together into a solution. Because I kind of know where the plot's going, but I didn't have anything specific about that. But let's just say next episode, guys, we're going to be dealing with some Hellions. We're going to be dealing with maybe some terrorizing. I don't know. It's going to be pretty epic, I think. So, you guys up for same bat time, same bat channel?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Well, I will. I guess I'll see you guys next week.
Cool.
Okay.